Good afternoon, 2 o'clock. We're back with another local business in our community and a business that's been serving our local community for over 20 years. Before I get to the interview, let's just look at some of these pictures. I mean, look at, oh my goodness, I'm just going to go through these pictures. Mouth-watering array of food. If you haven't been to this place, I'm about to tell you the name of it in 1 second here. Look at these steaks. Looks like fish and shrimp in some type of butter, lemon sauce. I'm not sure. They'll let us know more about that. But we're here today with another local business in our community located in Juno Beach. And I'm going to pull up, we got some new graphics now. So this is even more fun. So it's the Kee Grill in Juno Beach. And I'm going to go out right now to Jeff Lichtenstein, owner at Echo Fine Property. Say hi, Jeff. Got to unmute. Let's see if I can unmute. There we go.
I'm unmuted now.
And
hey, how are you?
Good. And we're joined by Mr. Rob McGrath. He's the GM over there at the Kee Grill. Say hi, Rob. How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good. So I'm going to let Jeff take it away. Jeff, let's find out a little bit more. I know this is one of your wife's favorite spots to eat there in Juno Beach.
It's mine, too. We've been in the area for 20 years. I've had a number of birthdays, over there. I think the Kee Grill, at least for me, it's just their quality is just top drawer. It's you always get an amazing meal. It's fresh, and it's just great quality food. It's a no frills type of, just lots of fish, steak, different sauces, salmon that are done in different ways. One of my favorite spots. So my wife, she gave me instructions for Mother's Day, and she wanted Kee Grill. So we all gladly, and everybody in here loved it. So we picked up. And when I picked up there, the first thing is I got a call at 6:15. It's like you're ready in 15, 6:30. Want to make sure that you come, because they were timing it to be fresh, and they wanted to time the meal so everything tastes good and it's ready for you. And then when I get there, there's all these spots, 1, 2, 3, 4 that are marked. And it's like assembly line, almost like the soup Nazi, where you're going, and it made you feel very good. And then who's bringing the food out? It's in a mask, puts it right in the trunk, and bam, you're off. And it immediately, when this whole thing started, it just impressed the heck out of me. And I'm talking to Rob McGrath a little earlier, we have on right now, and he's building partitions for seating. Rob, tell us a little bit about how you're handling this whole thing.
It's more of a day-to-day situation, just trying to figure it out. It's a complete paradigm shift for what this business is right now. Traditionally, this is going into the slower time of the year anyways, but we don't know what's going to happen here with our people going back to New York and Connecticut, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, or are they going to stick around? How quickly are we going to get capacity back? How quickly are we going to be able to bring all of our staff back so that they can start to make a living again?
We're seeing in the home market that we've seen extended rentals where it started as 1, 2, and a lot of them are doing a year. And that the home sale market is crazy. I think we have 19 homes under contract right now. We just did one in Frenchman's Harbor this afternoon. But there's more people, it seems like, moving here right now from the Northeast too. And saw that you did I just was looking at your website where you did your summer menu is already started. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we start that up. Traditionally, we start that up right after Easter, and that's that 5 to 6 menu. It's $22.95. Right now, we're doing 3 seatings because of the capacity is limited. So we're doing a 5 o'clock seating, a 6:30 seating, and an 8 o'clock seating. And we're offering that summer special menu at, at the 5 o'clock seating. And that's the way we can control the number of people that come through the doors so that we don't, go through the number or have people feel uncomfortable.
I could tell in your voice when we were talking earlier, and you could just see it in your facial expression, how much you enjoy having people in there and having the dining experience, the way the restaurant's decorated and seeing people. What percentage right now is takeout, and what percentage, we're at 50% capacity, but you're doing some things to up that?
It varies day to day. Last week it was about 50%. We're starting to see that to go away a little bit. I think you're seeing more and more people are venturing out, and they're not getting as much to-go food. I think people are feeling a little bit more comfortable with some of the things that are being said and being done in different establishments.
What is for you? What are the different things you're doing to keep everything safe?
Well, first thing we're doing is when you make the reservation, we're requesting that you wear a mask when you come into the building, and wear the mask to the table, and then if you're up from the table, to wear the mask if you're walking around the building. The other thing is we're taking your temperature when you walk through the door. I think that's pretty much standard procedure. We've kind of gone a little bit on the Disney side of things. If it's 100.3 and below, you can come in. If it's above 100.3, we unfortunately can't allow you into the building. It's just for the safety of everybody involved. We are sanitizing, not that we haven't sanitized, but we're even more sanitizing every table. We used to just use a towel. Now we're spraying sanitizer onto the table directly and spraying it onto the salt and pepper shakers after every table, and making sure that everything is completely clean and ready to go for the next guest. We're also using paper menus versus our normal menus. We've got sanitizer out for the guests to use. And then again, we're using the 6-foot spacing to make sure that the guests feel comfortable, or have partitions between the tables to make sure the guests feel comfortable.
You've reacted to this really fast? I mean, light speed, I see in the things you're doing. Where does that come from? Is that you? Is that a team? Is that a team effort type of a thing?
We do brainstorm and we all come together with things. I read the article where the governor said partitions, and I started to think of ways that we could partition off the booths right then and there. First thought was to do plexiglass. Fortunately, you can't find plexiglass. And if you do, it's insanely expensive right now. So basically what we've done is we're kind of putting together particle board and 1x2s and creating 3-foot barriers on the tops of the booths so that you can get all the booths used and there's no interaction between the two booths and everybody can feel comfortable. There's a solid piece between the two. And it's just going to allow people, with limited seating, it's going to be very difficult for us because we love to have people come in with their boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, and have two people. With limited seating, it becomes very difficult because we only have so many tables that we can use. So we kind of need larger parties so that we can get close to that number, because unfortunately half the restaurant is not usable because of the 6-foot rule.
Are you having is anybody giving you a problem with the masks coming in or taking their temperature?
Not with temperature. The masks, a few people have, but for the most part, everybody seems to be very understanding. There's going to be a section.
I think you also have a following too, where people who are going to you, they know who you are, and I think there's a lot of people also who I've talked to people. They really appreciate what you're doing. They feel safe because of it.
And we've been here since December of 06. So. Or not 06, 96, excuse me. And we pride ourselves on the cleanliness of the restaurant and the things that we do to make the guests feel comfortable when they come through the door. We want every guest to come in and expect this to be the best restaurant that they eat at ever. And that's what we do.
But I want to go into some of the origins of the restaurant. I was reading a little bit. I didn't know that it was a Hawaiian origin, and
it was named. Yeah, it was named after Kihei Beach in Hawaii. Jim Talby was the original owner of the restaurant. I worked for Jim Talby since 1993. I started at Jetty's back years ago as a waiter.
Okay.
So I kind of grew up with Jim Talby. Basically through what Jim has taught us through the years is just the simple fact is you go out and you give the guests the best experience possible. Okay, with the quality of food and the consistency of food. You get the same thing every time you come in. It's not, so-and-so's on the saute grill. So it's not going to be good today, but when this person gets back, it'll be better. Or if you go to a restaurant and you pull up a menu, and you're sitting there looking at the menu, and you ask the server, well, what about this? And the server goes, I don't think so. There's nothing on our menu that you go, I don't think so. Everything is there. It's excellent. We take pride in what we serve, and there's not that questionable dish that we put on the menu. Everything is excellent.
Well, one of my favorite things is a side, which is your the spinach Maria.
Yeah.
How long has that been on the menu? And
since the beginning, spinach and cheese souffle with little seasoned breadcrumbs over the top. Yeah, it's extremely popular. I'd probably say it's on every 3 out of 4 dishes that goes out. There's a spinach Maria on there, and some have 2.
What's the most popular for your fish dishes? I always get I love the swordfish, and I like both salmons actually. The one with the mustard and the glaze, and your sea bass is really good too.
The most popular probably is our sea bass, both the piccata and the oriental. But I would probably say our oriental sea bass with the ginger soy sesame glaze over the top is probably our most popular fish. Again, we also have the grouper with the jumbo lump crab meat and homemade béarnaise sauce that's made daily that's over the top. That's extremely popular. For the most part, most of our fish is extremely popular. We have a wide variety, and everybody has different strokes for different folks.
Where do you get your fish from?
We use local purveyors. We use New England Fish out of Jensen Beach and Cod and Capers right up the road here in North Palm Beach. We also use Fishes, which is out of the Boca area, I do believe.
And then tell us about your meat selection.
Our meat selection. We have, at the present time, he showed a beautiful picture at one point in time of that beautiful veal chop that's on there. Right now, we're not doing the veal chops just because we don't have the numbers coming through the door, but we have beautiful lamb chops. You get 3 nice double cut lamb chops on there. We've got prime cut New York strip and ribeyes, 12 ounces a piece. We have a really nice 8-ounce filet. And then we have a double cut maple mustard pork chop. You like that salmon. That same maple mustard that's on that salmon is over top of that pork chop, and it's char grilled. And it's a nice, big, thick 3-inch cut. Really nice.
You can't tell I'm drooling, can you, Jeff? I'm hearing all this.
No, he's drooling over it. It's just too. And then how about what appetizers are most popular?
Our most popular appetizers probably are spring rolls. It's blackened chicken and andouille sausage with some vegetables and cream cheese, and we fry those up and serve it with a little Creole mustard sauce, and people love them.
And your desserts.
That's all in preference, but our key lime pie is excellent. Then again, we're in Florida; everybody has a key lime pie.
Key lime pie is like for those of you not to Florida, that's like in the south where there's grits. Key lime pie is like our dessert grits.
My personal favorite is our apple crisp. We take a nice puff pastry and put spiced apples, vanilla ice cream, and a pecan praline sauce over the top of it, and it is excellent.
We've got people already, Jeff, commenting on Facebook. Kee Grill is classic, incredible food, and Susan Slinsky says, whoop, whoop, Kee Grill. So you got some fans here, Rob, and I know you guys have been around for over 20 years. Let me pull up some of the pictures you guys sent me, and what do we got here? These are crab cakes?
Those are our crab cakes.
Oh, the crab cakes are incredible.
Oh, my goodness.
We take pride in our crab cakes. We only use about 10% filler on our crab cakes. We use panko breadcrumbs to hold it together, but 90% of those crab cakes are crab. So we do take pride in what we put on the plate.
Hey, Rob, that's the shrimp Maria in the background.
That is a spinach Maria and some asparagus.
Spinach Maria, sorry.
And then we have some, I'm going to go through some pictures. Is this some fish?
That's the sea bass. That's the oriental sea bass that I was discussing with the mushroom saute and some of our green beans, which we run.
I love the mushroom saute.
And you got the steak.
That looks like a nice ribeye there. That's the sea bass piccata right there, and that's with the addition of our grilled shrimp, which we have on the appetizer with the volcano sauce. Volcano's a little bit misleading because when you think volcano, you're thinking hot. It's more of a zesty sauce than it is a spicy sauce.
So do you have the crab cakes look tremendous? First of all, I'm a sucker for crab cakes. Do you have chicken piccata? Do you do chicken piccata too? All different types of picatas?
We do chicken piccata and chicken franchise on the menu. We can do piccata with anything that you would like. Any fish that you would like, we can do piccata. So if you want snapper or grouper or swordfish, you can do any of those piccata style. We'll be more than welcome to do whatever you'd like.
Incredible.
Tell us a little bit about the origins of the name and the concept of Kee Grill.
The origin of the name, again, I had just started working with Jim back when he opened the restaurant, and working with Jim for all those years, he just kind of went out and tried to find something that he liked that was going to fit the motif of the restaurant, being that kind of Hawaiian South Pacific type feel with all the bamboo and things like that, but yet still at a very classy, a very classy tiki bar is, what it comes across as, with the umbrellas in the middle of the room and things along that line. But we wanted to, when it was originally opened, back in the day, it was the River House, Jetties, Cafe Chardonnay, and then we came along, and then this came along. So you had these 4 restaurants that were in the area. Then you had the Ruth Chris's move in and things like that. But, back when this opened in the mid-'90s, there weren't a ton of restaurants. We didn't have PGA Boulevard with Restaurant Row like we have today. And so it was just meant to be a step above what Jetties was at the time when we opened that up.
Are there some things on the menu that you've always wanted to try, but that you haven't added yet? Like, if you could do 2 or 3 things, what are some concepts that you? I know you don't add a ton here and there, but
right now we have the 3 menu items that we took off because just the volume isn't there to make the sauces and things like that. We have the papaya roasted garlic shrimp that are outstanding, and that's a nice sauce that we saute those in. And then we also have going back to Rob and his crab cakes, we have the blue crab remoulade that goes over top of the crab cakes, which is cream cheese, lump crab meat, a little bit of orange juice. We mix that up and put that over top of the crab cake with a little blackening seasoning, and then make those up. I can't wait for those to come back because they're excellent.
What do you think are going to be? What do you think is going to happen in the restaurant business? Is there going to be any changes in terms of either food styles or what takeaways you think? I think it's all going to come back. Everybody likes to. We miss our friends, and we like. There's that social experience of going out. But what's going to change? Eventually,
I think it will come back. I think right now it's a matter of what the governor does, and I have my personal opinions as to what he's going to do, as to what's going to happen in November. Personally, unfortunately, I think a lot of this is going to be politically driven and not necessarily science driven. That's just my personal opinion, but I would love to open the doors up tomorrow and say, let's do this. This is what I've done my entire life. And this is what a lot of our employees have done for their entire life. So we're just trying to find what that new paradigm shift is going to be.
What does it look? Does the restaurant have a business like fashion business? Sometimes I came from the home furnishings textile business, and sometimes when there's change, you see a change in style, like it went from Mediterranean to white contemporary. And there's different things that we're doing, like we're eating together more as a family, right now. Are there any changes you think that will carry over into dining?
As the business itself, and we've gone through some things through the past, nothing quite like this, but we've gone through, economic slowdowns and things like this. What's going to happen is the cream's going to rise to the top. Your better restaurants, your better run restaurants are going to be the people where people feel comfortable going. And that's what you have to create, is you have to create that place that people are comfortable and feel safe to go to, and where they feel that they are getting value for their meal. And we are a little bit more expensive than most, but I don't think anybody ever walks out going, oh man, I spent that much and it just wasn't right. We try to make things right for you from the quality to the service to everything.
It's a special place. Nothing that you're saying surprises me. And I remember, we moved here in 2000, and it was that little town. Everything's doubled. Garden size is doubled. Jupiter has, doubled. Juneau's probably about the same size, but you have those quality. I miss the River House. With some of that, was it really that? It's good now, but it was really a special place when it was. I do miss that. But what you guys do, you could just see it. The way you are treating this, what we're going through right now, with taking temperature in there, wearing masks if you're going to move around, you're sweating, and because you're making partitions yourself. The way you deliver the food outside, how it's organized, and it's not a where do I park, what do I do? It's all in order. That really shows. That's how you run your restaurant. So it's the same thing in there, and you can feel that in there. You're a great part of our community.
So thank you. And being in this community since I was born and raised, so I've watched lots of changes. So, Donald Ross Road didn't have a 95-inch entrance, and neither did Jupiter. So,
well, Jeff, I think for a restaurant, especially the restaurant business, they say it can be a tough business. And I'm speaking as an outsider here, but being a part of the community for over 20 years, a restaurant for over 20 years with good food, people come back for good food, right? If the food's not good, you're probably not going to last. But the quality of food that you get from the Kee Grill is, like he said, you're not going to leave going, how was it? Or ask the waitress, what did you say? Waitress, is that good on the menu? And she goes, right? You're not going to get that.
No, not at all.
It's not only good food. It's always 100% consistent, and a lot of people don't. There's some people don't. If they're newcomers, they don't know it's there because it's all the way at the end of Donald Ross Road. But once they come in, you get a great experience. You leave happy. It's a great birthday, anniversary place, and what you're doing right now, because safety is important when you're going. And you also you've had an impact, like in our business. I'm watching what you do and how we show homes and we do different things. A lot of those things are when I drove up there and I just saw what you were doing, it sparked a lot of thought, internally. So you're a good example for the whole community.
Thank you. We're just trying to, make things go in the right direction.
Rob, you have any other questions?
No, I was just going to say I'm going to show you a picture of the crab cakes behind me because, man, oh, man, are those stuffed with crab meat. Look at that. Incredible. So, Rob, if someone's never been to the Kee Grill or never ordered from your menu, what's the best way for them? They can go to the website, right, to see the menu.
They can go to the website at keegrilljuneaubeach.com, and it'll have our current menu. It'll also have our wine list, and it'll have our summer special menu on there. One of the things we do pride ourselves on is that you can come in and have a great glass of wine. We have over 60 bottles available by the glass. So you can really have it, if somebody wants a white wine and somebody wants a red wine, everybody can enjoy a great glass of wine with a great dinner. And they don't have to buy a bottle of Jordan Cabernet. You can get a glass of Jordan Cabernet. You can get a glass of Rombauer Chardonnay if you'd like to do those types of things, as well as Sonoma-Cutrers or, a Rodney Strong Pinot Noir.
And what's the phone number there that they can call in?
561-776-1167.
All right, so one thing.
I got one question after you. Go ahead.
One more. What is your go-to on the menu? What's your favorite thing on the menu, Rob?
My personal favorite on the menu is the Chia Pinot.
Okay. What's that? Explain that.
What's that? That's clams and mussels, scallops, shrimp, half a lobster tail, and assorted whitefish, which is traditionally sea bass and grouper that we can't make into the filet. We chop that up, saute it in a Provençal sauce, which is a tomato and white wine sauce with pearl pasta and a few pieces of garlic bread, and it's dangerous.
I'm just gaining weight. I'm just gaining weight sitting here thinking about it.
So I just finished watching The Last Dance with the Bulls and Michael Jordan they had on, and I'm from Chicago originally. So Michael Jordan's down the road. Does he ever pop in?
Yeah, we haven't had Michael We get Ernie Els every once in a while, Ray Liotta every once in a while. We get a few of the golfers here and there. We get a lot of the Cardinals when they come into town, and especially upper management. When Tony La Russa was with the Cardinals, he was a fixture in here.
The White Sox manager. So what does Tony La Russa order?
Tony is a vegetarian, so Tony gets side dishes.
Wow.
Okay.
or a pasta, or like a pasta primavera type dish.
And how about Ray Liotta?
Ray gets a little bit of everything.
How about Ernie?
Ernie loves his steaks. Ernie loves his strip steak, but he also likes the sea bass too.
Yeah, Ernie's a good guy. He's done a lot for the community.
Ernie and Liesel are two outstanding people that join the community, and the things that they've done for the community have been. We've helped them in the past with their charity, with the Els for Autism, and they're just really good people.
Well, I want to thank you, Rob, for joining us this afternoon. And Jeff set this one up because Veronica so does Jeff, loves the Kee Grill. You've been a fixture in our community for over 20 years, and I'm sure it'll be 20 more with the wonderful food you guys serve there, the staff, the atmosphere. Just want to thank you for being a part of the community. And folks, if you haven't been to the Kee Grill yet, you got to check them out. Go to their website. The phone number's in the post above me here. And those crab cakes, yeah, look at that. I'm going to leave you guys on that note while I drool away here thinking about these crab cakes. But
yeah,
again,
and Michael, get in. This is the Michael Jordan of restaurants.
Yeah, so Michael Jordan, if you're watching, get over to the Kee Grill, damn it. Where have you been? So, Rob,
all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so long, everybody.
Have a good afternoon, everyone.